Yeah. Sup, bitches? This is Silent Rod, and he's not being very silent right now. Hold on. Whoa! 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 Wait. Maybe. Whoa! Okay. Seems like it's way more balanced now. Okay. So I just went to Japan, and I did what I always wanted to do, which is get one of these things. Are you seeing it? It's a Kit Kat that's not a chocolate. It is actually a very green tea Kit Kat. And I have no fucking idea how much this cost me. This cost me so fucking much. But I am willing to give you a review of whether you should get a green tea Kit Kat or not, because, well, there's literally hundreds of Kit Kat flavors in Japan. So let's open this without further ado. Okay. Look, it looks like asparagus. Looks like fucking broccoli. I'm gonna be eating a plant now. Okay. Not bad so far. The opening is too strong. Yeah, this is too strong. Fuck. It's like, damn, they only took the worst parts of green tea and put it into this Kit Kat. I mean, the texture is still great because it's Kit Kat, but what can I say? It's like, you know, that flavor of that really strong flavor that green tea has once you leave it on your hot water for too long. It leaves this really strong punch of a flavor that really gets into your tongue, and you just can't get rid of it. It's like this Kit Kat has that aspect of green tea, and I can't say I'm a fan. But I should try another one. Maybe the second time's a charm. Considering how expensive this was, it's also ridiculous that they're so small. Why are Japanese Kit Kats smaller than ours? Why? Because they have smaller dicks? Well, I could see this actually being good after eating like 20 of these and getting numb to the flavor, but no, this is not good at all. Holy fuck. Damn, fuck you, Japan. It's like, can't handle this shit. What is wrong with you, Japan? Why do you make this garbage? Like, in the store I bought this, there was also a red bean ice cream. You don't get it. It's because of things like that. It's because of things like this, Japan, that shit like this happens. You see this? You know what this is? This kawaii fucking shit. Well, if I can find the correct page, I can start saying. Okay, so it was about 14 when I participated in this book, the South Park fan book number 2, and I did these 2 drawings. They're terrible. But you know, at least I was like, oh, I'm a part of an actual book. I didn't know. The thing is, I didn't know that this show had like such a fucking retarded fan base that threw kawaii yaoi shit out of it, because anime infects all. Japan infects all. It's in everything. This is such a fucking Western show, and somehow you end up with shit like this, and you end up like this. Like, this is before the Twix and Craig thing. Like, this was, at max this was like 2010. Look at this. Do they want to make a South Park anime? It already exists. It's called Fooly Cooly. Fuckers. I'm trying to find the gayest thing in here. What is the gayest fucking shit that I can possibly find here to show? Okay. Obviously this one, but this is actually canon now, so I can't even complain. Let's see. There's some funny ones too. Okay, this is like, if you watch like the Tweak and Craig episode, it's because of this book. I'm pretty sure Matt and Trey saw this book with my drawing in it, and they said, "Fuck it, let's make that Tweak and Craig episode." I didn't do any of the gay shit, obviously. I didn't even know it was present. Yeah, but this is what Japan does to your brain. This is your brain on Japanese kawaii bullshit. This is your brain on green tea Kit Kat. Look, it's even green. Why is it green? It's like the worst color. That's like the Legend of Zelda color, and Legend of Zelda sucks. Wow, this became really opinionated. This fucking video became really opinionated. Well, since we're talking about green vegetables, what about that fucking Broly movie? You know, the new Dragon Ball movie? Yeah, it had amazing animation, and it's really amazing. Like, you can literally watch the fight scene on YouTube. It's like 30 minutes of Sakuga. It's insane. But one thing it's one of those things that I shouldn't even be worrying about, but somehow gets into my head, is that everyone is like, "Wow, Broly was retconned. He's actually a good character now." There's like, wait, what do you mean a good character? Oh, they gave him like a backstory. He's not just a walking power level. He don't have the stupid origin of just, the only reason of his motivation is that when he was a baby, Goku would cry next to his pod, and that's his entire motivation to want to kill Goku. And that's dumb. He's not one of the cool villains like Frieza and Cell and motherfucker. The purpose of Broly was that he was a walking power level. What the fuck? Like, the purpose of Broly was just he was a really dumb dude that had like a big, grown, muscular man, more powerful than anyone else, with the mind of a baby. That connection of Goku crying was so implicit. Like, do you not realize fiends? Do you think every character should? Why do you think there shouldn't be a one-dimensional character in a show that's all about fighting? Like, that's the whole purpose of Broly. We didn't need that story, like that depth. The whole purpose, it doesn't change his design or the way he fights. Giving him a slight purpose doesn't change anything. The only good thing that came out of it, and that this could have existed on its own, was like other things about Planet Vegeta. Also, Broly is a really cool name. It's like broccoli but without a C. And everyone in Planet Vegeta is a vegetable. They probably like green tea Kit Kat. But yeah, I just think it's so retarded that all these fucking nerds just care so much about why would this character need to have an origin that's more complex than that. I liked that he was a fucking baby that got angry that the baby next to him was just crying, and he was born with a power level of like 10,000, and when he becomes an adult, his whole motivation is that one moment. Doesn't that just show you everything they need to know about like Dragon Ball? It's almost like a parody. Maybe that's what they don't like. They want to think that Dragon Ball Z has more complexity than they think. But the purpose of Dragon Ball Z, like the reason why I think it's fun, is because there's no complexity. And Broly is just that incarnate. That's why so many people find him memorable, because he appears, he fights, nothing in between. Isn't like the second Broly movie is just a big fight. And I'm glad the new movie had the best fight, probably the best fight in the entire show. But it's like, why do you care? We had in the actual Dragon Ball Z show, there's so many moments that the characters aren't fighting, and the only thing you care about is them fighting. I mean, Broly in the 90s, when the movies came out, that's what he gave you. And now you want him to have a story just because he became popular. It's like a circular, Ouroboros fucking thing. But it makes no sense. Broly is the type of character not to have an origin. He's purposely one-dimensional, but whatever. Why do I care so much? I don't buy green tea Kit Kat. It's bad. I don't really recommend going to Japan either. Unless you're a weed fag, I probably smells too much. When I went there, I probably inhaled too much smog. Probably got a few epilepsies from looking at Times Square, which is Tokyo, like the whole of Tokyo is like Times Square. I think 2 nukes were not enough.